I like to think of myself, Dave, as an interesting, alternative kind of guy. I'm going to pick this random weird game. I'm going to pick this weird... You haven't heard of this? Oh, I love it. I'm kind of like, cool. The following 4 games are my 4 favourite games of all time.
Hey Jude, you made a list. Start with the bad ones. The games get better. Remember to let us into your heart. Top 50 of all time. The games get better. And anytime a game is bad, Matthew, don't be sad. Your friend Dave is here to drop his veto. For well, you know it is your list, so Jude insists. Sometimes great games are a little bit older. Na 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 na. Hi everyone. Welcome back to the final episode of Matthew Jude's Top 50 Games of All Times. The final 10. We're heading into this. I promise to be very open-minded. This could be 10 Reiner Knizia games, and I'm going to love them all.
You don't need to love them. You just need to allow me to love them, I think, is the issue that we're having. But also, whatever. True. If you hate them all, this is my list. I said this to start off with, Dave.
I know, but...
They're the games that I like. I don't need anyone else to like them.
But you could have recorded this on your own. And I am here to at least give my voice to this. So I'm apologizing for everyone else who's like, shut up, Dave. Let Matthew do his talking. But I would argue that it's through me that he is forced to give words to his opinions.
Yeah, well, I think we head off quick and going into it then. And
exactly.
You're not gonna like. There's a lot of games on this top 10, like top 10 games of all time. They're so good, these games. There's a lot that you are gonna like, but there's a few in here you're gonna go, I don't know what that game is, and I don't care, and that's fine. That's also fine.
Also, I do care. I want to think I do care, even if. If Kingdom Builder is on this list, I'm going to be so mad.
It's just that good. No. Alright, we're going to start off with my number 10 game of all time. And a lot of it comes from the memory of playing this. I played this game a long time ago. I've not played it in a very long time. Maybe if I was to play this again now, I'd be like, it's slipped. But at the moment, until I get a chance to replay it, my number 10 is a game called Fields of Green. Are you familiar with it?
Oh yeah, I am familiar with it. I have not played it, I think, but I always loved the idea of it.
So this is the re-implementation of the game Among the Stars, if anyone's played Among the Stars. And this is a standalone thing. You can get an expansion called Grand Fair with it now. Essentially, instead of making a space station, Dave, they've changed it so you're building a farm. Why? Because I like that. And that's why people like me. So it's a drafting card game, which is really cool. So you've got these 4 different decks that you can pick from, which I quite like. You can get fields and constructions and stuff like buildings and things like that. And animals. And you get to pick what cards are going to be in your opening hand to draft from. It's like, So I pick 3 fields and 2 buildings or whatever. You've got 6 cards. Then you pick a card, and you take that card, and you do what you want with that card, and then you draft, you pass it round, and hopefully something good comes back to you. What you're doing, though, is you're creating... It's funny, the way I'm going to describe it is a little bit like you're building a space station. You are creating an engine, essentially. In this one, it's fields and animals and buildings. And the fields are going to get you food, which is a resource. The animals are going to get you money, which is good. And you're going to get The buildings are going to give you abilities, and is it constructions and buildings? There's 4 types of cards. It's going to give you like end game scoring, but I need this. These ducks need to be next to 3 different fields, because if these ducks are next to 3 different fields on my little tableau of square cards I'm building out this big farm, they're going to get me that benefit. A lot of the cards some have ongoing benefits, some have benefits that you get when you play them. And you're just trying to create this really great engine of a farm that's going to like pop off. And it's so much fun. I really do love it. And I like the nature of it because it's beautiful and it's calm and relaxing. That kind of element does help. But it's just so fun building up your farms. Like, I've got goats. I need goats, and I get a discount for more goats. Those goats are going to get me points. They get me money. And there's a way to upgrade all your cards as well with these equipment tiles, which you can add. And now this card also does this thing. And you've got to have... There's water is the secondary resource. And it's like, okay, this field needs to be next to this animal and this animal. So those score good points for me. But it needs to be at least 2 away from 1 water, because you're going to kind of irrigate all your fields as well.
Sure.
It's great fun. It's just a great drafting game. It's not overly complicated. If you want to add complexity, the Grand Fair expansion adds in like some modular bits and pieces to add more depth. But yeah, it's just a great... I don't know, like, it's just a really strong... It's just a really ruddy card game that's just like, ooh, this is so solid. And I love Fields of Green. It's really, really great.
It sounds good, and it has a Seven Wonders vibe to it.
In the sense that you're drafting and you're building and stuff, and you can be mean. I can see that you need something, Dave, and that means it might be better for me to not give you something than to take something I need. So it does have that kind of Seven Wonders aspect to it.
Are you constantly looking at your neighbors?
No, you don't. It's not to do with. It doesn't have to do with like if my neighbor has this, then I get this. Not. It's kind of like more solo than that. It's less interactive than Seven Wonders in that way. But
you're looking as like, oh, I'm not gonna pass you this card. So
there's no way I'm passing you this building. I can't pass you this building because I can see that you've got 5 different animals, and this building's going to give you 15 points at the end of the game for having the 5 different animals. Like, I can't give you that. So it has that kind of interaction. But it's great. It's not spoken about very much. I think Among the Stars lasted the test of time as being like a bit of a classic game, where Fields of Green didn't. It's not that different from Among the Stars. It really isn't. I've seen quite a few people say you don't need to own both unless you've got one group of friends that loves sci-fi and one group of friends that loves farming. You don't need to own both.
Yeah.
But I guess Among the Stars there's more expansions. I think there's quite a few expansions from that. But for me, Fields of Green, because of the theme and stuff, just makes it so much fun.
It was on my radar for a time, but as things go, like, I really want to play this, and then suddenly you never do, and then it's like, well...
The time has passed.
Cult of the New is calling.
I think... Yeah, I'd love to play it with you. I don't know if it would rock your world as far as games go, but I think you'd go, man, that was a fun game. But I don't know if
I think Ilka would like it as well.
Yes,
and that definitely helps me liking it. So
I do think Ilka would like this.
Put it in your car next time you drive over.
Will do. All right. We're going to move on to my number 9, which is another game which I don't think you've played. And it's currently the game that my computer is on as a box to hold my computer. That's Medina 2nd Edition.
Ooh, I've played Medina.
Yes. Medina 2nd Edition.
I forgot.
So this is a game where the Medina's been destroyed or it's been burnt down and you've got to rebuild it. Okay, this game's so fun. It's so fun. So, you've got 4 different types of palaces, and they're these chunky wooden pieces. The whole board is just like a flat grid it's so barren. There's nothing there. But by the end of the game, it's like, we have to take a photograph of this. It looks so awesome because all the pieces are these chunky wooden blocks, and they're just really lovely. I have 4 different types of palaces. Everyone has the same 4 different types of palaces colours, and they're behind a screen, so we can't really see what pieces. Well, you can do some. Well, you can't, because you can try to work out how many pieces other players have played, anyway. You've got these pieces hidden, and you've got like little people which are hidden, and you've got little annexes. And on your turn, you place out 2 pieces. And that might be, I'm going to place a purple palace out, and there's placement rules for everything, which we won't go into.
Sure.
Or I'm going to place a worker out. You're building up these palace complexes. So a purple palace, and an orange palace, and a tan palace. And once I start building a palace, no one else can... If I start a purple palace, if you want to play a purple piece, it has to be attached to my purple palace, or the purple palace. It doesn't belong to anyone yet, until someone claims it. You want to claim it because you want to claim one of every palace because you're going to get points. But once it's claimed, it can't be made bigger. So it's like, when do I grab... It's all about this massive game of push your luck and chicken. When do I grab this for the most points? And you're doing other things, like you can add points to things in other ways, like adding annexes onto buildings. You can put people to walk past the buildings. They're going to get you points. You can build the walls of the actual Medina you're building as well. If you can connect that to your palace, you're going to get extra points. But it's just so tense and so... it's nerve-wracking. It's like, I want to push my luck here a little bit. I'm going to make this one bit bigger and hope that you're going to try to do something else. And then I'm going to claim this purple palace the next turn when it's worth even more points. And then the next player just takes it, and you're like, oh man, no, I've got to start another purple palace. And it's great. And it's essentially an abstract city building game, I would describe it as. But
this very much sounds like a Rainer Knizia game.
Yeah, I mean, it is not a million miles away from I can't see who designed it, but it's cool. Well, on your turn, you place out 2 buildings, and all the buildings score for a majority of ways. There's a couple extra bits and pieces going on, but it's very simple, slick, and fun, and tense. And I've discovered about my list that something that I seem to like in games is when you can screw everyone else over, but that's part of the game, and not like I'm going to be mean on purpose in this friendly game. It's like, no, the point of this game is... I'm sorry,
I have to do... the game told me to do this. It's not me. I'm sorry,
but this is better for me, and this is great, and everyone else is like, no! And I love that feeling in games. So yeah, Medina 2nd edition. It's absolutely great. It's on Board Game Arena if anyone wants to try it out. So
nice.
As is my number 8, Dave.
Okay.
It's also on Board Game Arena, and that is Planet Unknown.
Oh yeah. Great game.
Bloody love Planet Unknown. When I first played it, I was like, oh, this is my game of the year. I loved that. It was like May or something. I was like, this is the best game of whatever year it came out. And it just carried on being game of the year. I think we spoke about... Was this on your list at all? Did we speak about this?
It might not have made the list, but it was definitely in contention to be on the list. In Planet Unknown, every player starts with a barren planet. And you're going to draft these polyomino tiles that go on it. And they have different...
terrain
resources, but terrains on them. So you would have barren lands. That's where your rover drives onto, or at least every terrain type you put down also gives you 1 up on that track. So there are 5 different tracks for the 6 different terrains, because one of them is actually wild. If you place a wild terrain, then you can choose a terrain that's connected to it to go up, and that will give you bonuses and little upgrades that can give you points during the game and at the end of the game. there's this rover that needs to collect all the meteorites that are falling down, and it's a very nice puzzle game. With polyomino tiles, like Tetris-shaped tiles that you need to look at and place on your board. You do not always have a choice of what type of polyomino you can take, because on other players' turns, they choose something that's good for them, and that pushes you into, now I have to take one of these two, and they might have these meteorites on it, which is actually bad news for you, unless you collect them with your rover, and... it's really a great game, but what do you think about the expansions for it?
So we spoke about this before, and I don't need any of them. I don't need all the other planets, and I don't need all the other... I like some of the other... So you can have your own corporation, which is the tracks, and they work in very different ways. And you can get other planets, which is your board, and they have different stipulations. But a lot of them just make it harder. It's more like a handicap system than it is an expansion. So it's like, okay, I'll play with this board because it's harder. Because, I mean, overall what you're trying to do is create rows and columns completed on your planet and get as high up the tracks as you can to get points in both of those things. So the more, if you have a column that's going to be full, it's going to be points, and get as high up the tracks you can, it's going to be points. But there's something so satisfying about, I'm going to go up this track, which is going to give me a wild, which is going to let me go up this track, which lets me move my rover. Then that's got me a meteorite. Then I get to go up this track as well, which got me another wild. And then that got me a technology, which gives me a rule-breaking ability. And that gives me a scientific thing, which gets me a end-game scoring mechanism. But really, you're doing two of my favourite things of all time, which is placing down polyominoes into a puzzle board, and bumping up tracks and going, bonus, bonus, bonus. But I don't need the expansion. Me and Dave spoke about this in the past, and we were saying we'd love to see an expansion, which would be really weird to do, because it's very rare that this would happen. But instead of new corporation boards and new planets, an expansion that is a new set of tiles. Because the makeup of the tiles is... obviously being done for mathematical reasons, I imagine, for gameplay reasons. But I'm like, okay, I've got a choice of tan and black, red and green, red and green, red and green, and it's just, there doesn't seem to be that much, difference in the combination of what's on the tiles as I would like to see. Maybe that's just because what you want is never there, because it's what you want at the time. But yeah, I'd love to see a new set of tiles come out for this. That would be such a cool expansion. I'd get that. Planet Unknown, I love it. It's a good game. I think it did not make it as high or at all on my list because of those caveats. I've got two big expansions for it with loads of boards, and basically, I might try them just to handicap myself. And I prefer the expansions for the corporations and the way that gives you a new puzzle to solve. Some of them let you swipe around, and some of them let you do. That's a fun extra puzzle, but the actual planets themselves I don't love, because it's like, now I can't build here, and it's like, well, that's actually not fun for me, because I want to build. This is just harder. I like the corporations more than I like the planets, but. To say this company had made like one other little game beforehand, Adam's Apple Games is it called?
Yes.
And they came out with this, I was like, man, this is a smash hit for me. Yeah,
it's really good. It's done great for them. It's really nice. It's well produced as well. It comes on a Lazy Susan. That means you can rotate the tray with the tiles that you want. So when it's your turn, you rotate the whole tray, which looks like a planet, and then you have access to one of two types of polyominoes, but everyone else at their spot, they have then their two choices of polyominoes. So it's really just nicely done.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I just really, really enjoy it. It's not a heavy game particularly. It's just my type of thing, right? Which is what we're going to see as we go on. It's like none of the games that we're going to be talking about today are heavy. And the next game, my number 7 game of all time, is a game that I completely was like, meh. And then I just never bothered playing it. And then I played it and I was like, okay, this is incredible. And you think I would play it because I love abstract strategy games. Dave, as you know, and I love Santorini. It's so fun. Second edition.
It's not on my list.
Santorini, man. I kind of just... I was like, oh, this is abstract. It's like, this abstract game's got too much theme. It must not be that good. That's why they've made it look so nice.
Maybe.
Because like they're overcompensating here for not a good abstract game by making it look really good. No, they're not. It's just, it's incredible. It is incredible.
Really incredible. Have we played this game together?
I don't think we have, but I think
we should.
I like to think of myself as being pretty good at Santorini. And the fun thing is, at Santorini, it's a bit like the game Tack, which is another game I really, really love. Which could have been on my top 50 if I would just felt differently when I put my list together. Tack is an incredible game. But a game of Santorini can last 2 or 3 minutes, or it can last 20 minutes. It can be your massive battle, or it can be... What you're doing on your turn is you've got to move and build. That's it. You move, and then you build. I believe it's that way around.
You want to do it in the other way around. That's what you want.
Yeah, you want to build and then move on to what you built, but you can't. You're trying to get up to the third story, and if you get one of your characters, you've got 2 little characters on a little square grid, then you win. But you can build at any level. So I don't have to be on the second level to build onto a second level. You can build on any level from the ground. And I can cap things with these domes. It's called Santorini because it looks like the white houses and the blue domes of Santorini. And so if someone says, oh, they're going to jump up to the third level here, so I'm going to have to go there, cap that with a dome so they can't go there. And it's such a frustrating back and forth of, okay, I'm going to move up here, and then I'm going to build here, and then someone else moves. And it's such a knife fight of the game because the board is so small. But it's so big when you need to get to the other side of the board and stop someone. And you can soft lock, you can trap one of your own people back into, or you can trap another person's piece. But what makes Santorini so good? It is a fantastic little abstract strategy game on its own, where you just play, you've got 2 little workers and you're moving around and you're trying to get to the third level. But there's these god powers, and they give you a game-altering, some of them wildly ridiculous and some of them super useful god power, and it gives you a new ability. I can do this, I can move 2 spaces, I can build up to here, I can jump over things, all these. And when I say all of these god powers, there are so many. I own the expansions for this. In the second edition they re-released a lot of expansions and made some new expansions. So I must have over 100 god powers. It's got infinite replayability.
Yeah.
And there's different game modes and different ways to do. These expansions come with a new game mode a lot of the time and stuff. But I just like them for the god powers. And you can just play and play and play, and you could play this game I could play this game 20 times in a night and just use different god powers every single time. It would just be so much fun. I love it. It's really...
Number 50 was number 50 on my list.
Was it really? Well,
yes.
That's pretty high when you think about all the games in the world. It's my number 7, though, so I just absolutely love it.
Yeah,
but
it's really good.
There's also the Riddle of the Sphinx, which is like the solo or the cooperative puzzle version of Santorini, which is good.
We talked about this, being an app as well.
Yeah. I love it. Santorini's fantastic, and it looks great on the board, and... You don't need the giant edition, but anyway, Santorini. I think it's amazing. I love it so much.
Well, great choice. Great choice.
All right. My number 6 game of all time, which this surprised me with how high this was, but I believe it's true, is, I was telling about how I love games that make you do things that make everyone else angry. Well, I think one of the best games in the world for that is No Thanks.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
No Thanks is, I think, other than one game coming soon, this very different too, but this is one of the most perfect card games of all time. It's so simple. It's such there's not a lot to No Thanks. Essentially what you're doing is you're trying to not get points. On the start of a round, at the start of a turn, a card is going to be laid out, say the 32. And you don't want to take that 32 because if you take it, that gives you 32 points and that's bad.
Yeah.
So in order to not take that card, you put I think you start with 11 chips, like tokens. I'm going to put a token on there. These tokens are also negative points at the end of the game, which is good for you because you don't want points. But I'm going to pay 1 coin to not take that card. And then the next person says, I also will do that. I don't want this. And it's going to go round until eventually someone has to take that card. That's the way it works. But that card could have 12 chips on it. So that 32 is now only really worth 20 points. And it's going to give you a lot of bidding power to not take cards in the future.
Yeah.
One of the twists here is that at the start of the game, you're going to shuffle up and get rid of 9 cards out of the deck. And so you don't know exactly what cards are in the deck. But if you get the 32, all of a sudden, you want the 31. Because you only score for the lowest card in your run of cards, in your individual runs of cards. So I want the 31, I want the 30, I want the 29, because that's going to keep on making my score go down. And if other people are putting chips on them to not take them, I'm racking up all these chips. And all of a sudden, the 32 isn't bad for me at all, because that's no point. The 33 is not bad for me at all, because that's no points, because it's going to be, my 32 is going to be the card that scores. And so you're trying to not take cards, and you're trying to work out how far you can push your luck. I wonder if this card can go round again and collect another 5 chips before someone takes it. And because you don't know what cards have been taken out of the deck, it's like, oh, okay, I've got the 16, 17, and 18, and I've got the 20, 21, and 22. I need the 19 to show up, and it may not be there. Yeah. And yeah, it's great. It's kind of a beer and pretzels card game, having fun, chatting.
This is amazing. I want to play this so bad.
It's so fun. I think it works best with about 5 people. I think 4 or 5
Yeah,
people.
I can see that. I tried to get my family hooked to this game. It did not work. It's like
I think it's one of those card games where if everyone goes into it like, who cares? Why are we doing this? Then it won't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those games that everyone has to just buy into at the start and go. And I think if that works, it's brilliant. But it's the same with lots of games where you go, why are we doing this? It's like, why are we? Yeah. Who cares? And it's like, well, okay, then let's watch TV then. I guess. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So I love No Thanks.
Oh, really good. Oh, I want to play that now.
Yeah, it's just the perfect little game. There's a mini expansion for it, like a little I've never played with and whatever. And there's lots of different versions of this, but whatever version you get is fantastic. All right, Dave.
Oh, good.
Number 5. This is what we call the business end. The business end of the top 10. Number 5. Oh. It's a game that you introduced me to.
Okay.
On a plane.
Oh, is it fruit?
Yes, it's Mindbug.
Richard Garfield. Mindbug, yes.
Mindbug, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mindbug.
That's amazing.
Another game.
Mindbug, yeah.
Another game that I'm not an expansions kind of guy, but you'll notice on this top 10 list, I'm like, I own all the expansions to Santorini. I own everything that there is for Mindbug. Apart from
do you own the King of Tokyo Mindbug?
Yes, I do. I do own that. Yes. There's
do you own Mindbug King of Tokyo or
no?
King of Tokyo?
I don't
Mindbug?
own that. I don't own the expansion that's Mindbug for a game. Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's a 2-player cooperative. There's like a tag team expansion which I don't own, so I think this is best as a. I'm only ever going to play this as a 2-player game. Explain Mindbug. You're good at explaining it.
Okay, Mindbug is a dueling card game where you don't have to do anything ahead of time. You just shuffle the cards and you play with 10 of them. You just don't have all of you only have 5 in your hand, and then you start playing. You try to do damage to or remove them.
So you've got each player's got 3 health points, and
health points. We want to get rid of the health points of your opponent,
and any damage that gets through
Yeah.
point of health.
Is a point of health. It's really really easy. There's no intricate system here, but all the cards are really good. They can do amazing things. They can give you health back, or they can just insta kill one of the monsters of your opponent. Or so every card is like, but that's unfair. That's unfair, and that's why the game says, hey, if you want twice in this game, you can say, I want that card. And then you are allowed to get that card and have
Just
that
take
game
it.
card's
You
powers.
just
And you just
steal
take
that
it.
card, yeah.
The idea is like you put one of your mind bugs on it as you, and then you control that beast. So the game is not only trying to play your big beast cards out, but also I want to make sure that you think this is the best card I have. So I want to lure you into using your Mindbug now, so later I can use this extra big monster.
I think that's why I love this game so much.
Yeah.
Because again, it's another one where like abstract strategy games. I'm trying to fool you into think I'm doing this when really I'm doing this, and I love it when you go, okay, because I'm going to play this. None of the card. There's no cost to playing the cards. You can just play any card. And there's about 5 keywords in the base game of Mindbug, and it's like this card's poisonous, this card's got stealth, and those. And they're quite simple keywords where I don't think it's called stealth, but you. So there's just powers that they do, but they're not too complicated, but enough to make it kind of a meatier, bigger game. It's like, I'm going to play this 7 power thing out. This does a really cool thing, and I know that's going to mess Dave up, so he's going to want to mind bug this, and then I'm going to play this giant card down, which is going to just wreck it. It's just so much fun. And I've got all the expansions, and the expansions there's like ways to evolve cards and stuff, and there's the King of Tokyo expansion has power cards and power cubes. The one thing I wish about Mindbug was that the different sets were a bit better to play all together. This isn't the game where you want to put all the cards that you own for Mindbug into one giant deck and then play from that, because it will lose synergy from so you kind of play a set at a time, or there might be like two parts of the set that come out at once, like the Battle Fruit one. So you can play both of those together, Yeah. But it's great. I just love it.
Soon on this channel, we will have a review up of the latest 2 expansions, Ice and Fire.
I was looking at that, and because there was a Kickstarter for it, or is it coming to Kickstarter or something like that?
It is going to be Kickstarted, yes. And in the past, we have revealed some new cards for it on our channel. We were allowed to show you the special stuff for it. But Dino Punk Ice and Dino Punk Fire.
That's right. I might. I saw that there was new expansions, because I do check their website every now and again to see if anything else has come out. And I was like, do I back it on Kickstarter, or do I just wait for it to come out? And I don't know what my choice is going to be. I don't like backing things on Kickstarter, but anyway, I just love Mindbug. And it's so quick and simple. And like I say, we played it on a plane. You know what I mean?
Great choice. Yes, it's just a deck of cards.
But if you like the idea of Magic the Gathering and those types of games, but you want something that you can play a bit more casually and a bit easy access, and you just have to buy one box of cards that costs €15 or $12.99 or something, and you can just play the game, then get this and try it out. I really highly advise getting it, and start with First Contact. Just get the original base game and just see what you think, and if you like it, I love it, absolutely love it. All right, I like to think of myself, Dave, as an
I like to think of myself too. Oh, I'm sorry, you were not done.
As an interesting, alternative kind of guy. I'm going to pick this random weird game. I'm going to pick this weird. You have heard of this? Oh, I love it. I'm kind of like, cool. The following 4 games are my 4 favorite games of all time. They are also 4 of the most popular games of all time. So, we're going to start off with my number 4, which is a series of games. It's Carcassonne.
Oh.
Carcassonne.
We just played Carcassonne. Bo came in and he said,
it's great.
Can we play Carcassonne today?
We sure
can. And we did.
I love Carcassonne. It's one of the most perfect games ever made. It's stood the test of time. It's one of the most beloved board games in the board gaming hobby. It's kind of one of those... If it's one of those games where you say, hey, Google, show me a board game, it'll probably show you Carcassonne.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's been reprinted, expanded more than probably any other game's been expanded. It's just incredible. Carcassonne, if you don't know, is a tile placement game where you get a tile and you place it onto a joint board that you're building out of Carcassonne, full of roads and cities, and you're trying to capture points by completing different locations, different things on the board, complete a city, complete a road, those types of things, complete an abbey. Everything's scoring in different ways, and you're placing your meeple out. It's just an incredible, perfect little game. I own that wooden box. That's Carcassonne the city, is it not?
Well, this is all we have on Carcassonne.
Is it all?
It's all in here.
Yeah, Carcassonne the city came in that wooden box. I actually got that. That's how much I like Carcassonne.
Yeah, I threw that one out. I don't have that anymore.
That's so good. What I love about Carcassonne, Dave, is that I've put the whole series here because I love Carcassonne the Castle, which is a 2-player Reiner Knizia version of Carcassonne. I love the city. I love base game Carcassonne with a ton of expansions. I love Hunters and Gatherers. I like Gold Rush. There's so many different versions, different base games of Carcassonne, so many expansions. It's an infinitely replayable game. It works fantastic at 2 players. You can play it at more players, but I actually prefer it at 2 players in general. I love it.
I'm going to show you what we have done, what I have done.
What have you done?
I just showed you the big box, but what we actually use is this small box. Mm-hmm. This is, every time we play Carcassonne, I just put random tiles in this box so it's ready to go. This has all the meeples in it and just a certain amount of tiles. So we don't play with everything, but you never know which tiles are going to come out just because I played the World Championship for Carcassonne in 2014.
I thought
yes,
you'd
I will
mention
keep and what is part of the game is that you know which tiles are in it.
Yeah.
So your counting's like, oh, we've got 3 of this corner coming up, so good chances are I will be able to place it.
My brother knows what all the tiles are in the base game
exactly.
of Carcassonne. He knows that tile doesn't exist or that tile has been used
exactly.
already.
That doesn't exist, so I know how to block your meeple so you can never get it back, and that's definitely a strategy part of the game. But when we play it in our family, I'm the only one who knows all that. So I'm taking that out of the equation and just put whatever tiles in this box that we're going to play the game with.
You can go overboard and buy way too many expansions, and it is a collectible game. There's literally hundreds of expansions, mini expansions, the seasons, the crop circles. There's this, just infinite expansions for it. But at its core, Carcassonne is just one of the best games ever made. And yeah, I think if I was to. I also like Mists over Carcassonne. That was the
that completely fell flat.
You didn't enjoy that one. I liked that one. I played it with Nick. Me and Nick played it in a hotel. Yeah. We played it like 4 times in a row, and we're just trying to win and make it. You can make it harder and harder. But I did. I can't remember where I did it now, but I did a video which was all explaining all of Carcassonne. I went through every base game for Carcassonne and said this is what this is what this one does. But pick a theme for Carcassonne that you like. Pick a box cover that speaks to you. I like the winter edition because it's snowy. And then just go for it and just play. It's fantastic. All right, that's enough of Carcassonne. We'll move on.
Wait, before you, let me quickly say what I just played. I played Carcassonne Labyrinth.
Oh, yes. I saw this and was like, what is happening
This
here?
is amazing.
Is it good?
That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, interesting. And the good thing with Carcassonne is they're not going to stop making more.
No, it's true.
It's never going to stop.
25 years.
All right. My number 3 game, Dave, is a game that I do associate with you. It's a card game that I like to make sure I get played at least one time at every event. And I feel sad if we didn't get to play it. If Skull King never hits the table at a convention, I'm upset.
Yeah, he should
Skull
be.
King
Ah,
Oh my god.
skulking.
Is it the
Oh,
best
this
game?
is such a great list. I am
it
so on board with this top 10 of yours. I'm so
It's
on
like,
board.
is skulking the best trick-taking card game in the world? I don't know. I don't care. Is it always the most fun? Yeah, it's always fun. It's just enough amount. It's a trick-taking card game that has just enough. And actually, every new edition comes out with new ways that it's a bit more wacky. It's got just as much chaos and nonsense in it for it to be a wild, raucous time of shouting at people that you care about. It's like, oh, come on, why have you done this to me? So what you're doing is a trick-taking card game stuff, and you kind of do a yo-ho-ho bid at the start. You're bidding on how many tricks you think you're going to take, and there's I think we spoke about it on your list, and you just want to win that amount of tricks. There's different suits, and there's a black suit which is more powerful than the red, yellow, and blue suit, and that kind of thing. Is just there's a trick-taking mechanism that's going on. High card's going to win in the winning suit. But there's all these the powers, special cards. There's mermaids, there's pirates, there's the Skull King himself, and they're going to get you more points. And all that is fantastic fun. And I really like the version that you introduced me to, I think, which was the new, I don't know if it was the Grandpa Beck's version of the game, which has the Kraken in it, and the thing that's...
The white whale.
I loved that. I think that's great. And that, like, some of the pirates with special abilities... But what
it's so interesting how they the pirates always had a name, so it was always Scary Mary. It was always and now they actually said, well, if you have this particular pirate, they have a particular power that you can use. Only use this if your group is able to handle that, because it does add some more shenanigans to it. And the Kraken is so much fun. If someone plays a Kraken, that means no matter what happens with this trick, the Kraken takes the trick. It's like, but no.
The white whale is great. It just, the white whale deletes the colour of all the cards, and it's just high number wins, and it's just so wonderful.
Oh, so
the thing that makes Skull King fantastic, there's one thing that makes it more hard to play, is the scoring. The way things score is a little bit complicated for you to understand. I think Dave, when we play this, Dave has the score pad and he does the scoring, because the scoring is a little bit quirky. But what makes this even more amazing is the fact that in every single round, in the first round you have 1 card, in the 6th round you have 6, in the 10th round you have 10 cards, for instance. You can shoot the moon every single round, and you get 10 times the round number worth of points. If you shoot the moon in the last round, you're going to get 100 points. And I am a risk taker when it comes to games like that. I love shooting the moon. I've got 1 pirate card and a mermaid and some high blacks, but I'm gonna shoot the moon this round. I think that I can get rid of all these cards and not take any tricks. And shooting the moon is really high risk, high reward. And sometimes, and if you miss your trick, you get negative points. If you miss your thing, you get negative points. So it's like, the score going into the last round could be minus 100, plus 100, plus 200. You know, and it's just like, well, but anything could happen in that last round. Ah, it's so great, Dave.
It's really good.
All right.
2 more.
My number 2. So I was really back and forth, really umming and ahhing. And just to be clear, on any given day, a lot of games could be in different orders. But I am put at my number 2 game of all time. It's another series, Dave. And it's another classic, Ticket to Ride.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I knew that was coming. Oh, then I also know what your number 1 is.
Yeah, you do.
But, yeah.
I love Ticket to Ride. It's so good. When I play any other board game, the question I ask myself, and I've said this at the tables, and you could fact check me on this one, is that was fun. Was it as fun as Ticket to Ride? And if it was, or I asked myself that. I go, yeah, that was a fun game. Was it more fun though than Ticket to Ride? And for me, most often, the answer is no. Ticket to Ride is a classic board game. I'm sure people watching this will know what Ticket to Ride is, where you've got routes, and you're trying to place out train cars to connect certain routes, and you're picking up cards to I need three green locomotives to place my 3 trains onto that 3 green spot on the board, and you're going to get points. And the longer the routes that you build, the longer the tracks that you build, the better. You want to build the longest track. You want to connect cities to get loads of points. But this game, almost every time we play it, and the last time I played it was with you, and everyone is like stood up going, oh my gosh, I need you to not don't do it. Don't do what you're thinking about doing. Do I need this.
I saw you pick up yellow cards. Don't take that yellow track.
And I can see where your route is kind of... Because one way I play it is, if I have a route, I do a bit of my route over here. I'll do a bit of the route that's over here. I'll do a little bit of the route that's down here. So no one really knows what I'm going for until you have to go in and claim your things. It's like, for me, a stand-up excitement. It's so tense. I get so worked. Last time we played, everyone at the table felt like that. Everyone was like, oh gosh, I need this to... Come on. And there's a million expansions for it. There's a million different versions. I love Nordic countries. It's the most beautiful board, and it works really well with 2 players specifically. Yeah. And some are tighter boards, some are more open boards, some are more friendly. There's a myriad of big box expansions to this game, which are like, now you can do Asia, or you can do the Japan version, or you can do the India or the Africa board. And there's mini expansions like the Switzerland board or the Netherlands board. Yeah. And everyone comes with a little twist, a little tweak, a little change. Yeah. Some of them are bigger than others. The Old West, for instance, the France Old West board is a bigger twist. There's the UK Pennsylvania map, the UK Pennsylvania one. Yeah. That's got a technology kind of stocks and all these types of things. It's
really nice. I really like that one.
Just the base game Particularide is, dare I say, the second best game ever made. But honestly, I kind of put this... I don't think I love the game that's going to be number 1 more than I love Ticket to Ride. I just think one of them had to be number 1, essentially. Sure. They're both just perfect. I think with every game on this list, this top 10, it's like what you said. I will always play these games. Yeah. And I don't want to find out that you played this without me because I was in bed. I want you to just knock on my door. What do you mean you played a 5-game... You did a mini Mindbug tournament and didn't wake me up. What the hell are you talking about? Why am I here? Come on, it's like Ticket to Ride. Yeah. Wake me up. I'll play it. I'm always up for Ticket to Ride. I love it. It's a game I'm actively passionate about. I love this game. And it's a great gateway game. Anyone can play this. You can introduce it to people. It's a family game, but you can play it with hardcore gamers and just be mean as hell about it. I love it. It's great. But... Dave.
There's one
game that has been my favourite game of all time for forever, basically, I think. And Stefan Feld didn't make too much of an appearance on this list, but you better believe he's at number 1, baby. Castles of Burgundy, Dave. Best game ever made. It just is.
Yep.
The best game of all time. Not the new version. Not that garbage giant version, which is awful. We hated it. Played that with Dave.
We hated it. We hated it. Castle of Burgundy is an amazing game, and they made this huge 2-box set where every tile that you build has their own miniature, and it's like, oh, look at that, it looks so nice, it looks great, it's the tile but in big. And yes,
it's the tile but in big.
It's really nice, but what you're actually doing is you're playing the game, and then you're doing a different game, is exchanging the tile with the piece. Where's that tile? It's like, is this it? No,
my favourite game in the new version is, how do we get this all back in the box?
Because where does this? Oh no! where normally having a bigger box or it makes the setup easier. you're playing faster.
There was like Foundations of Rome, which you spoke about, which is like, wow, that's a giant box. It takes 3 minutes. It takes longer to bring it to the table than it does to set it up once it's on the table.
Wait,
You know, no, exactly.
Clunk.
Castles of Burgundy is a Stefan Feld classic game. The version I love to play is the 20th anniversary edition. It's got like just the Burgundy box with the sigil on the front.
3 keys.
Yeah, it's a dice using what game? You have a dice activation game, I guess. How would you describe that? You roll some dice and you've got these 2 dice and they give you what your actions are, and there's ways to manipulate.
I would call it a tile placement game, drafting and placement game that has dice.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
That use dice.
It's and you have to draft the tile from your board, from the joint board, which can be buildings, can be science buildings, can be animals, can be ships, and could be mines, could be castles. And you firstly put it into your little holding area. So I want that tile that's in the 3 area on the main board. So I'm going to use a 3 to do that, and then I want to place that tile on my board into a 5 area. So I'm going to need a 5 to put it out. So you've got this 2-step process. What makes this game fantastic is, again, it's a game where you can't really avoid being a little bit mean. You can't avoid it. Because some things you want mines. Everyone is going to be jumping on the mines because the mines are going to give you silverlings, which are going to give you ways to buy more tiles later on, which is fantastic. Everyone wants the castles because the castles are going to give you a really special ability. Because the fun thing about this isn't just that everything scores in bunches of different ways. It's that almost every tile you put down is going to give you a bonus. And I'm going to put a town hall down, which is going to allow me to place another tile for free. And that's going to be a castle. And that castle is going to let me take another turn for free, which is going to be to place another town hall. And then you would be out of tiles. So you can't really do that. But you know what I mean? It's like you want all the different tiles for different things. And you pop off with a combo of I did this and I did this. And now I have all of the mine spaces are covered, which means I did that first. So I get some extra bonus points. And you've got these different sized areas, and if you can complete an area in the first round, you get even more points. And if you do it in the last round, you get less points for it. It's just brilliant. It's just another tense, like you're just the moment you're like, oh, I need this. I don't take those pigs. It's the last round, Dave. I've had a field full of 4 pigs this whole time, and the last pig has not shown up. It's right there. I know that you don't need it.
I really don't need it, but
it's worth 25 points for me.
I have a 5 left, and that's the only tile that has a 5 on it. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah,
I'm probably not gonna build it. It's gonna be worth it.
I'm probably not if you don't even build it. I've slaughtered those pigs. Terrible. But yeah, it's immaculate. It's an incredible game, and it's a bit more complex than something like Castles of Burgundy, than Ticket to Ride, or than Carcassonne. It's slightly more complex of a game.
Yeah.
But it's not a heavy game. I would say it's a solid midweight Euro.
Yeah.
And
it's a classic.
There are expansions. There are little bits and pieces, like different boards and different little mini, like, oh, we can do these little
double boards,
and there's lots of little modular expansions. But it's brilliant, and it's been my favourite game for a long time. But honestly, I could have put Ticket to Ride here and done it the other way around, I feel like, but I love it.
It feels like you were more excited talking about Ticket to Ride than this one. I mean,
I think, I don't know. My favourite game is Castle of Burgundy again. I mean, but I think I get more excited to play Ticket to Ride than I do for Castle of Burgundy. So maybe it would be the other way around. I'm not sure, but it's great.
But either way, you're up for a good time. That's very very
I'm up
clear.
for a good time. That's what they say about me. That's it.
What a journey, Matthew.
Thank you.
I mean, I went through a journey listening to it. I had loads of people commenting on, let Matthew have his fun. I'm sorry. Yes, of course.
You approved of my top 10, I think, more than other.
Oh,
yeah.
This is really up my alley for sure. And
list of
Fields
games.
of Green is one that is. I'm gonna find that game now. I'm gonna retry and put No Thanks in the family rotation because
It's great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, we play a lot of skulking. That's just, we don't know what to do. Bo is now into Seven Wonders. And he brought up
awesome.
Carcassonne. He's bringing up the classics.
He's coming back into it. He's coming back into it.
He is.
The thing is, that's the thing with board games. That's the one thing that people don't realise, I think, or people tend to forget. When you're like me and you're entrenched in the board game hobby and, oh, yeah, this is a new game, this is a new game. It's like Ticket to Ride is a new game for someone who's never played it. So just, you know what I mean? It's like, go for it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I think a lot of the games I spoke about today are games that have really brought many people into the hobby, and a lot of them are just real classics. I was looking at this and I thought, Santorini, Carcassonne, Skull King, Ticket to Ride, Castles of Burgundy. It's like, this is not the most alternative top 10 list you've ever heard in your life. These are solid classic games, but I think they're there for a reason. And
I wonder what everyone is who's been having your back through the whole list, how they see this now, or they're like, oh no, he gave in to the popular vote, or
there was not many what you'd call Ameritrash games on my list. In fact, there was zero. There was not many miniatures games on my list, and there were very few heavy.
Well, Medina
Euro
came closest to it.
Yeah, it's true. Or like heavy Euro, like really big heavy Euros, like a Lacerda game or something. A game I could have had on this list would be La Granja, which is a heavy Euro, which I do really love. That probably could have been on my list if I'd have just felt differently than the day I was making it.
Yeah, I've said this before. It's more like a hotness list right now. What do I really want to play now? And sometimes it's a new game that I have not even played yet, but I really want to play that now. But now Fields of Green is on my hotness.
Good. Well, I've got it. I can bring it with me. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my list. I love it.
Thank you so much, Matthew, for joining us. This is, of course, Luzapalooza. I maybe have not mentioned that before. My name is Dave Luza, and this is Matthew. Matthew, are we going to see you more on this channel? That's me asking.
I'm happy to turn... Well, look, someone in the comments said they wanted a top 50 abstract games of all time, Dave. I know. Oh. I mentioned it, and then someone said, oh, yeah, I'd watch that. I'm like, me? And I'll do a top 50 abstract games for one view. Let's do it. Yeah, but I'll probably be popping up to do some videos.
I would really love that.
If I'm invited, I'm happy to do it.
Start thinking about discussing both Gen Con and Essen and your experiences there. Because that's something I want to talk about.
Talk about how great Gen Con was this year. I saw a lot of friends. It was really great. Oh, yeah. Didn't go to that. I mean, we're not talking about this now, but I saw a lot of things happening at Gen Con where I was like, okay. I avoided as much Gen Con stuff as I possibly could because I was
course. If you're not going, but it just happened. It just poured into my feed. Pun intended.
I did see that.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. You can rewatch all of them here on our channel. And if you have not watched my top 100 list, then maybe this is a great time to start watching those. We will be back with more videos here on the channel. Essen is coming up, so we're going to talk a bit more about that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun. I haven't done a top 50 in years and years and years. So I've learned something about myself. So it's been fun to do. So thanks for having me, Dave. And we'll see everyone soon. Thanks for watching. And leave a comment. What's your favourite game? All right.
Remember to let us into your heart. Top 50 of all times. The games get better, 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 better.